Since I've hosted the show here, I've felt the need. We should take this to a new level. Today, we're doing that by definition because we're going to go up in the air above Williams Lake, the beautiful city of Williams Lake in the Caribou, for another edition of Out and About. Plus, we got some more stuff too. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today. The Williams Lake Regional Airport. That's where we are today. And what else would you do at an airport other than fly? I don't know. I guess you come here for fun. But we're going to go flying today because it's far better. And we're going to take it to a new level with a guy named Parm because he has a plane and he said he'd take us up in the air above Williams Lake. Come along for the ride. It's going to be scenic.
Excited. We're in the Yellow Bullet. Ready to take off here, Williams Lake, beautiful day. Can it be better than this? The best job we have in the world. I was gonna ask. You didn't tell me to put my phone on airplane mode. Direction right now. So now we're looking at northwest, and you see this little white patch? Yep. That's the Gibraltar Mine. That's the Gibraltar Mine on top there? Yeah, on the top, yes. Okay, now the cool thing with Gibraltar, and we can look at it outside the window here, obviously, the big hole, but you don't see it quite till you're over top of it. Yeah, kind of crazy, it just comes out of a mountain. Yeah, it is a huge mine. It does not look really big from the air, but it is actually a really big mine though. It's the hole there on the right side of the plane. And of course, above the mine is restricted airspace. So. Yes, yeah, we can't fly in the restricted airspace. We're still clear of the restricted airspace. Wow. Crazy how that goes. You can see those big dump trucks down there, those trees. That is the net. What's your favorite part of flying, Arm? My favorite part of flying is sometimes we go fly over the river. And the river flying is really cool. If it's a nice day, yeah, then it's amazing. And I always have a passion about flying. Never really had money there, but to afford a flight lesson. But when I came to Canada, I was able to afford flying. And getting license here in Canada is much more convenient. Now we're going to the Fraser River. This is your favorite part. Yes. We won't go too low. We'll just keep it a little bit high because of the turbulence. Okay, good. Yeah. I got the opposite fear, Parm. Instead of being scared of heights, I'm scared of being too low. It's crazy, too. The Fraser River's a huge river, but it looks not that big from up here. No. So, Parm, yeah, I've always wondered why, well, everyone knows why the junior is called the Mutt. But from the air, it's even more obvious. There's horses everywhere. Yeah, yeah. And we're coming up on Williams Lake soon. Not a bad place to call home. No, I can, from my house, you can see the lake. Wow. Like I have a love affair
This is the bird that took us in the air here. Super cool experience in Parm. Thank you so much for taking us up. That must be
My pleasure taking you guys for flying, and then you get to see the beautiful Williams Lake
definitely.
from the air, different from the bird of eye, right? So it's a different. No.
Definitely, you get to love Williams Lake, especially when you see it from that level. It's a whole different experience. I wanted to ask as we wrap this up, though. Now, you're kind of a cool story in yourself. You came from India over here to get your pilot's license. What is it like being a pilot every time you get to take to the air?
I really love flying. Is really relaxing and peaceful for me. And when you fly is a complex task, so you have to be a multitasker, and which really need a focus. So I like doing challenging things.
I like it. Well, it's awesome. This is just an experience I won't forget going over Williams Lake. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you
as always, this is like my new favorite guy here. He took us on his plane. Does anything beat this? We love this show for this kind of reason exactly. Thanks, Parm.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Thanks.
Out and About on CKPG today is brought to you by the Sandman Hotel Group. When you're next out and about, experience true hospitality at a Sandman.
Spring cleanup coming up here in Prince George, and yeah, we're dressed for the occasion today. If you can't tell, we got Robin, we got Terry, we got the bags, we've got all the good stuff, the garbage pickers, because there's a whole lot of that. The high-vis, yep. Tell me a little bit about Robin. This is an annual tradition that continues here.
Yes, Terry and I were just talking. We think we've been doing the spring cleanup for 100 years together. But it's a wonderful program. It was actually first put on by Pitching Canada, and where we just really encourage everyone to get out after the winter snow goes and pick up litter all over our city. Prince George has embraced it. Our citizens are passionate with open arms about, especially after the snow goes.
Yep.
Inevitably, the garbage is there over the winter months. So it's an opportunity for our citizens to everybody gets out, pitches in, picks up all of that litter, and we're able to really promote it through this annual spring cleanup.
Yeah, it's funny when the spring comes through, the snow melts, it starts to blow around.
Yeah.
So then it gets stuck in all the branches and the trees. You really notice it then.
Yeah.
But Terry, it must feel kind of cool to be part of this too. Like, it's a great initiative that REAPS has really been a big part of as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for about 25 years, really promoting beautification of our community and getting the residents and the school children out to pick an area and make it clean.
Yeah, I remember, I think you used to come to my elementary school and we used to do it together.
Oh,
She's
quiet.
still doing it.
I'm still doing it.
That's how long Terry and I have known each other. But, the spring cleanup, how it works here, can you sign up as a group and as an individual? There's a little bit of both, eh?
I mean, we encourage anybody to get out at any time to pick up litter. But yeah, on this specific day, this next weekend here, Sunday, April 27th, from about 10 to 4, we put out 6 bins. Groups can register through, it's princegeorge.ca/spring cleanup. There's an online form, and that just encourages, like, if somebody wants to do a route and a route is already chosen,
Then you're not doing the same.
we're not doing the same. We're really we're kind of spreading it all out for everybody. So we encourage people, if they want to sign up, they can. On that day, they can grab the bags we have bags available at City Hall, and some gloves. People can go out, pick up litter, and then if they can get the bags to the 6 bin locations, that's all on our website, all that information.
Perfect.
Or obviously to the Landfill Regional District is a huge supporter of our program also, and encourages citizens to bring up the bags there too. So we have a number of different options for people.
Yeah. Terry, what is your favorite part of the spring cleanup? Because
Seeing the enthusiasm of children out there picking up litter.
Yep.
And
you start them young.
Of course. The only way, and that encourages the parents to get out as well, right? So we want to target schools to start cleaning up their own yards, and bring the awareness that any litter that's there will end up in our waterways or streams and eventually ends to the ocean. So we're having a lot of pollution, not just on the land, but also in the water. So we really encourage students to get out there and picking up the litter.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's never too early to start them, your kids. I know producer Zach's toddler and director Alex's toddlers are going to be out there picking up the litter. Do you have any fun stats about how many people in the city kind of embrace this? Because I feel like there's probably thousands of people that pick up litter every year.
Absolutely, and actually we have, do you know the numbers of the
Well,
the
I think
pickups?
the highest number in the last 25 years was just over 6,000.
6,000. So enough people to fill the CN Center. They're out there picking up
Yes.
garbage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the
Yes.
whole week. Yeah, and that includes school groups as
course.
well, and community groups that get out there. So really encouraging people to have teams and play off each other. So at one time we had different real estate agents. So we had different real estate agents playing off each other. How many bags did you collect, right? And so it's kind of like a team thing. And we have to get the banks were involved too, right? So we had different banks that had kind of a competition going. So yeah, so it can make it a lot of fun.
Now,
We pick up literally tens of thousands
Yeah.
of pounds of litter. Like
Yeah.
the regional district does weigh it, and I mean, I think we were joking that it was the size of like 3 elephants.
if elephants were to roam Prince George, 3 of them.
It's unbelievable.
And they pick up litter quite well too with their trunks.
Well, everyone's got to do their part, right?
Exactly.
Everyone's got to do their part. No, I can't wait to sign up for my team as well here at CKPG. I think we're going to be putting something together with the radio folks. So, yeah, last minute reminder, if you haven't registered yet, still time to do so. That's why we're doing this today. And yeah, happy picking to you guys and your teams as well. I think, maybe next year, maybe too late this year, but we should start a competition.
We
Oh,
should.
most
I think it's always good
so
to
much
encourage
fun.
more people to get out.
Radio stations playing off each other.
There we go. Yeah, I like this. Good thinking on the couch today. Thank you both for coming in, and happy spring cleanup.
Thank you.
spring
Happy
cleanup.
Pitch in.
Pitch in.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV. The table that keeps giving. The longer you look at that table, the more you discover here inside Misty Mountain Supply, downtown Prince George. And so lucky to come back here for part 2 in our discover. I'm going to call this it's like reconnaissance, to be honest.
Oh yeah, this is a record.
Because like we didn't know what to expect coming in here, and we're back for part 2 because there's so much to take in, Sam.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys were able to come back. That's super.
Well, thanks for having us. Got some more helmets on the table here to show you. Where do you want to start today?
You know what? We're gonna change it up. I'm gonna talk about the evolution from what I began with on part 1,
Okay.
which would be another firefighter helmet. So this one is different from the model I showed before, which was made of brass, very early 1900s.
Traditional red, or did it go red at one time?
You know what? These started black actually, and in wartime they painted it red because they wanted, when there's aerial photos taken, something that was a little less shiny than the high gloss black they used, and to identify aid workers so they didn't get bombed by the Americans when they're putting out fires from bombing.
Interesting. Though that makes sense. Someone smart thought of that.
Yeah, a late war switch. So this helmet probably is from the mid 1930s, I would guess, but saw service through the war, and honestly, it's very possible it was even used after the war. Wow. The paint applied in the 1950s is a brighter shade, but you still see photos where they have these darker helmets. So a lot of history with this piece.
And which area of the world do you think this was from?
This is a German helmet.
German, okay.
So it's a really neat one. It also has what we would call for the era a very advanced liner. It has a leather chin strap that's adjustable. You actually have a quick release, which is really high tech for the time.
Yeah.
And you have padding for the crown of your head. So really cool fireman's helmet. And we start to see again the move to the shape that we're familiar with today, where you have more of an angular brim and a sweeping swoop to the rear to protect the nape of the wearer. So a really cool piece of firefighting history and an inspiration for the stuff we see today.
Wild. This is super cool. And it's pretty, is it light, heavy?
Oh, you're not too bad. You want to try it on?
Sure. I mean,
do it up.
Should I quick release it?
Oh yeah, go for that. It'd be a little easier.
This is me with history. I'm
fumbling on the clock.
This, Sam.
All right. Tell you what, we're gonna just tuck this to the rear, and you should still be able to get it over your head.
It wasn't just me.
Oh yeah.
Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe people walking around with stuff like this in their head.
for hours and hours.
Like now you're like, oh, it's different. It's fiberglass plastic, a lot lighter. This is heavy stuff. Okay, you see a lot of these on D-Day.
Absolutely, yes. This is a Brody helmet. Now there's some that were made by the British, some that are made by the Canadians, also made by the Australians and whatnot as well. Really iconic Commonwealth piece. They started out in World War I with a very, frankly, terrible helmet. This has a bit of slope. It's a little hard to see with the scrim net, but there's some slope away for rain.
Okay.
And it's taller to fit more of the wearer's head for protection. The originals were actually quite shallow, and so they didn't do much good other than every time you would go to, raise a rifle in the trenches, it's going to tip and cover your face. And that's going to be very frustrating.
Okay, so when you see the old movies using these, it's true. They were constantly adjusting them.
Constantly adjusting them. You see a lot of guys where they'll actually wear it cocked like this.
Yes.
So that even when they come down, this eye remains free and it doesn't catch on anything.
Interesting.
Now they lose all the protection to one side of their head, but they had other concerns for sure.
Wow.
But what makes this a really cool helmet and why I brought it out to show you today is this one was actually made in Windsor, Ontario.
Really?
Yeah, this is a Canadian helmet. I've got, it's a little difficult to see. I'm hoping the camera can pick it up. Ooh, we got some markings here of your factory code that denotes this was made in Ontario. And you've got your year, so 1942.
Wow.
Just a cool piece of Canadian history, also with the scrim net, which the Canadians were very early adopters of. They wanted to camouflage their helmets. They wanted to camouflage their uniforms. You sometimes find photos where they've actually taken a brush and painted their uniforms or painted their buckles and their webbing so it doesn't shine. So early adopters, a little hard-headed, didn't listen to the brass, but for good reason. And just about every military in the world today uses netting like this. They use camouflage uniforms. They paint their gear to blend in. So
this is where it all started.
This is where it started. We showed them what to do.
Interesting. Okay, so for people watching that are interested in coming to check you out, is the easiest way to look at what you have online, or do you want people to come down here?
You know what? I would love both, of course. I would say if you're a PG local, just come on in. I'm open Thursday to Saturday from 12 to 4. We're changing the hours to adapt to what people are able to make in. My favorite thing to do in this world is to window shop with Circus. I can't, I can't always have something like this at home, but I love to look, and usually I try to give at least a fairly lengthy description for everything. So even if I'm not here to gab about it, you can know where this came from, why they did what they did, and what are some notable features and why they're there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, guys. Much appreciated.
Check out Downtown PG. Taking a look outside of today's CKPG snapshot comes from Russ Claroux. This is a beautiful one. Late at night around the ancient forest area. That's east of Prince George, right Robson Valley-ish, adjacent, you could say. Beautiful shot here. You could see some stars in the sky and some nice moonlit peaks of the mountains. Beautiful shot. As always, Russ, thank you so much for sending this one in. If you have a snapshot, send it our way. snapshot@ckpg.com. Hey there, got an idea or a suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
Tis the season when all the bugs come out. At least we hope the mosquitoes stay away for a few more weeks. The caterpillars, these tent ones, I don't mean to bring you PTSD, but, well, it's getting to be a long time since they've been around. So we're going to look back today in history when they, decimated the city. Have a look.
Looking back to the year 2000 must have been a bad caterpillar year, because these are the kind of articles that were flying around. 10 caterpillars, now the enemy. I'm not sure why they weren't the enemy before, but they weren't, apparently. And people were they're mad, because they're eating everything, wrecking the leaves. There's descriptions of what they look like here, dark colored, rows of fine brown hairs. And all I'm going to say is I hope they don't come around this year. They apparently reach full size in June.
There you go, 10 caterpillars. They're something. I'll say that for sure. Anyways, thanks so much for watching today. Shout out to the team in Williams Lake that got us up in the air. That's the team at the Sandman Hotel Group. Darina, Parm, who took us up in the air, and the manager, Kieran, as well. Shout out to those guys. They definitely deserve it. Thanks so much for watching today. We'll see you for more good stuff on the show tomorrow, okay? Bye for now.